If you've clicked on this video, you want to know how much it costs to live in Bangkok, Thailand. And I'm going to tell you that in this video. I'm not going to fluff it out. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to give you cold, hard numbers. So I made one of these videos last year. I've gone through the comments and I've seen what you guys want me to add and improve for this video. So I'm going to make sure that I cover absolutely everything in this video. And a little bit of background about me. My name is Sam. I'm from England and I've been living in Thailand now for 6 years. So I've got a little bit of experience that I can share with you guys, and in this video I'm going to break it down into different sections such as activities, going out, rent, travel, all of them. I'm going to include and break it down for you so it's easy to follow along. Let's start with the first one, which is rent. So currently I pay 30,000 Thai baht for my condo. I'm also going to put all the conversions on screen as we go along in dollars and pounds so they can follow along. But I didn't always pay that. When I first came to Thailand back in 2019, I paid 9,000 baht for a room there. And then I moved into another condo after that after a few years, which I've then paid around 13,000 baht. So now I've upgraded a little bit to 30,000 baht. That's because I just wanted more space. I wanted to be more central. I wanted to be close to a park, close to the mall. I wanted a condo with a really good gym, nice view, and mine ticks all of those boxes. And they do tend to range between, on average, let's say 10,000 baht up to 40 or 50,000 baht. But for 18,000 baht, you can get a really nice condo between, say, 30 to 40, 45 square meters, good location, good facilities, good amenities. And yeah, it ticks a lot of boxes. Next, we're going to talk about bills. So this is fairly cheap in Thailand. Like if you didn't know, if you've not been here before, this is very cost effective. So the first one, which is Wi-Fi, I pay 500 baht a month for my Wi-Fi. My electric is around 1,400 baht. This fluctuates between 1,200 to 1,800 depending on how hot it is. If it's April, May, March, that's the hottest time of the season in Thailand, and it gets up to 30, 35, 36, 37 or more degrees. So I'm cranking up the AC. Water is super cheap, 100 baht every month, sometimes even less than that. And I take a lot of showers, 2 a day, sometimes 3 if it's really hot. I use the water a lot, cooking, or no, I'm lying, I don't cook. But for showers, I use that quite a lot. You could probably look to pay around 750 baht for a maid per one time. If you do that twice a month and get a maid every 2 weeks, that's 1,500 baht. So for all those bills, that adds up to 4,500 baht, which works out as $130, which in my opinion is super cheap to get all of that. So it's great. Next one is transportation. Bikes. I probably get a fair few amount of motorcycle taxis every month. And I know they are risky, they are dangerous because there's a lot of bike accidents that do happen in Thailand. But saying that, it's quick, it's convenient, it's cheap, and it beats being in a car most of the time because you can just zip through all the cars and it's easy. So let's say I spend around 1,000 baht a month on bike taxis. Taxis, I would say you can look to spend on average around 6,000 Thai baht per month if you get a few per week. And then BTS, MRT. So MRT is the underground train system in Bangkok and BTS is the SkyTrain, and I would say around 500 baht could cover that for transport for the month, which would take transportation fees living in Bangkok, Thailand to 7,500 baht, which is $220. Next one, juicy topic, dating. So currently I have a girlfriend, but before that I did go on quite a fair few dates. You know, living in Bangkok, Thailand, as a Westerner, it's no denying that you do get a lot more options here. You get that privilege which everyone talks about, but dating here is different to the Western world. I found that it's a lot easier to date here. Not only just because, okay, as a foreigner you might get more attention, but on top of that, you come in here, you've got an unlimited amount of restaurants, sky bars, activity places to go to. So I put on average you would spend around 10,000 Thai baht on dates per month. Obviously that can fluctuate depending on how many dates you go on per week, but let's keep it around 10,000 baht a month, which works out as 2,500 baht a week. Next one is activities, one of my favorites. So I love to do activities in Bangkok. Like I mentioned, Bangkok is the most convenient city in the world, and it was ranked #1 for being the best city in the world, or most visited city in the world, I think it is. So for activities, it could be meeting friends, it could be doing a fun activity, or just as simple as getting your hair cut. And I put this amount as around 6,500 baht per month, which works out as just under $200. So that could cover doing 1 or 2 activities a week with your friends, whether it's going to a market. Markets are pretty cheap. Going to a painting class, which I did recently. So I went to a place called Paint Bar last week. Super, super fun. Highly recommend it if you're in Bangkok or you're coming here. And basically, you're on I think it's on the 6th floor of this rooftop. Beautiful view of the city. They give you blank canvases and there's 2 teachers in the classroom. They'll just walk around and guide you. It's called a paint bar, so you can drink wine at the same time, and it's like 800 baht, which is 20 pounds. I don't know what that is in dollars, I'll put it on screen. Other activities could be going to the park, which is free, getting your hair cut, which could be anywhere between as little as 300 baht up to 900 baht, depending on where you go and the location. If you're more in the center of the city, it's going to be more expensive compared to on the outskirts. Which leads me on to my next topic, which is shopping. And as you know, shopping in Bangkok is super, super popular. I probably could sit here and it'll take me a very, very long time to name all the malls in Bangkok, but talking about the major ones that are really popular here with both Thais and tourists, you've got Icon Siam, which is right next to the river. Absolutely incredible mall. Pretty new, super luxury. It's one of those malls that you just have to see for yourself and you'll see it'll blow you away. You've also got Terminal 21, which is right next to the thick of the action in Bangkok in Asok area. Prompong, you have M Quartier, Emporium, M Sphere, malls like Central World, Siam Paragon. So there's tons. Like, I've never visited a city in my life with so many malls as much as Bangkok. And that means you can go shopping here, of course. Everyone loves a bit of shopping. I'm personally not a massive shopper, because I just do my bulk of shopping like at the end of the year or every 6 months. So I've broken it down into obviously a monthly cost, because this video is a Bangkok monthly cost of living in 2025. But I put it as around 3,000 Thai baht per month. Maybe you could get a new pair of shoes, dress, t-shirt, replace something that's broke, anything like that. And yeah, that's about $90. All right, on to the next topic, which is nightlife. And I know a lot of you guys that watch this are interested in nightlife in Bangkok, and that's because it's probably the best city in the world for nightlife. Like, I used to party a lot. Every week, every weekend, maybe twice a week. Now it's a lot less. Said nightlife here is incredible. And let's say if you go out 2 times a month or 3 times a month, it might be more, it might be less than that. I put the amount as 10,000 Thai baht, which is $290. That will cover going out, drinks with your friends or with your girlfriend or whoever it is. If you want to go out alone, be my guest. I don't know, a lot of clubs here have no entrance fee. Some clubs will have an entrance fee, but it's not much. But most of the time, there's a lot of table service clubs. So you go in, they might have a dance floor, but they'll also have a lot of tables. You have to purchase a bottle that goes on the table. That's like the standard, the norm here for a lot of places. Unless you're going somewhere like Khao San Road, which is super cheap. You'll pay 150, 200 baht for a bucket of, a really big bucket of alcohol, or like 150, 250 baht for a beer, Singer, Chan, Leo, something like that. So yeah, I put nightlife as 10,000 baht per month. Obviously, that would change depending on your preferences and your lifestyle. Next one is travel. One of my favorite things to do, as you guys know. So let's say you're living in Bangkok, you go out once a month, whether it's to another province in Thailand or it's to another country, which is nearby, Vietnam, Philippines, Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, all these kind of places. So I put the amount at 10,000 Thai baht, and that would cover flights, hotel, and then any activities or food that you want to do on that trip. It's not a lot, but again, it depends on how much you travel and how long you go for. If you're just going away for a weekend, say to Phuket, or a weekend away to Vietnam, really you don't need a lot of money. It'll cost a couple thousand baht for the flights, hotel again, couple thousand baht, and then the rest can be spent on food, drinks, activities, bish, bash, bosh. Next one, which leads me on to food, can be a big expense, to be honest. When I first came to Thailand, I was eating a lot of street food and my food expenses were very low. I'm a little bit ashamed to say this, but I used to eat a ton of street food and 7-Eleven food. Very, very healthy, Sam. But I've changed my ways, and I know a lot of people still do that. I don't judge you for doing that. I just personally have different health choices nowadays. Now I'm a little bit older. Not that old still, 29, but getting on. Yeah, I prioritize my health as number one above everything else. And for me, I really care about what I put in my body. Anyway, I'm getting carried away with the topic of health. Let's get down to food. Street food can be as little as 50 to 60 baht per meal, whereas going to a restaurant, you could spend 3, 4, 5, 600 baht. So let's put it as 500 baht a day, which works out as 14,000 Thai baht per month, $440 a month. I think that's reasonable. Again, I'm trying to balance it on you guys, what you would normally eat, whether you would go for street food or you go, because there's a lot of fancy restaurants in Bangkok too, or just keeping it basic and standard, or you might be cooking at home or something like that. Right, I'm gonna go on to something that I missed out on the video that I did last year for 2024, which is healthcare. This could be yearly insurance, this could be dentist checkups, this could be health checkups. A lot of these amounts you're not paying monthly. You might just pay a lump sum for the year or a lump sum every so often. So I put this as 2,500 baht per month, which works out as $75 a month. So if you've got a good health insurance, you might be paying, say, 15, 20, 25,000 baht for that for the year. Dentist checkup, 1,000 baht per time. Health checkup, 2,000, 3,000 baht per time. So you put that in a monthly rate, it's about 2,500 baht per month. And that's for anything to do with healthcare related. Now, I will say that the healthcare in Bangkok is great. Like, you've got high class international hospitals with great doctors, and it can be expensive actually. So I do recommend getting a healthcare insurance so that you're covered, because you don't want to end up in a sticky situation. Okay, next one is visa costs. And I know a lot of you guys have a lot of questions when it comes to visas, because that is a hot topic in Thailand, and also one of the most important things about living here is making sure you have a visa so you can stay. And there's different visa options, which is DTV visa, which is pretty new, very popular with digital nomads. I think you need to show a certain amount of money in your bank or a bank statement, along with 10,000 baht every 6 months for that one. And then that gives you a visa for 5 years, which you renew every 6 months, if I'm not wrong. And then you've got ED visa, which is student visas. That one could be Muay Thai visa, could be, I think you can even have like Thai cooking school visa, or studying at a university, whether it's Thai language or a different subject. That's also quite a popular option and very cost effective. There's work permits, which could be in terms of getting a business visa if you're working for a company here, and then they'll give you a non-B visa, I think it's called, and then that will get you a work permit, which is that blue little book. And marriage visa, if you've got a Thai wife, yeah, I believe that's very cheap. That's also another option for a lot of guys that are coming to Thailand. And tourist visa, which is what probably the majority of people are on here, well, definitely. I've not checked in a while, but I think that lasts for 60 days now, but then you can renew it after the 60 days, or at the end of the 60 days for another 30, which gets you 90. And I think the renewal costs around 2,000 Thai baht. So again, this completely depends on your situation, like whether you're going to go for a student visa or a work permit working with a company here, or a DTV visa because you're a bit more flexible and you're a digital nomad. So I'll put this as 4,000 Thai baht per month, which works out as $120. That would cover it, I say, because it really depends on the visa, because like a DTV visa might only cost you 20,000 baht per year, but a work permit might cost a little bit more, because you need all the paperwork and you need to file everything, which takes a couple of months, leave the country, come back in to sort that visa out. Or an ED visa, I know some ED student visas cost around 50 to 70,000 baht for the year. So let's put this as 4,000 baht for the month for a visa cost. I think I've covered pretty much everything. Do comment down below what I've missed, because I know there's going to be some of you telling me exactly what I've missed in this video, or whether you agree or disagree with the amounts that I put per section. And drumroll please, this is the final amount per month for living in Bangkok, Thailand, which is 91,000 Thai baht per month. I believe you can be comfortable living on that amount, living in Bangkok, Thailand. I will be honest, when I first came to Thailand 6 years ago, 5 years ago, I was living on anywhere between 40,000 to 60,000 Thai baht per month in terms of spending, and I could do that. Like, I know there's a lot of people that do that, but it's not comfortable. So this video is for those that want to be comfortable, and I would say 91,000 baht covers that, which is $2,640. For myself, I would say I spend between 70 to 80,000 Thai baht per month. Looking at that, overall 91,000 Thai baht, you can be extremely comfortable living in Bangkok, Thailand with that. So this is a video which I've wanted to make for a while, and I hope it helps out a lot of you guys watching this. Don't forget to, again, let me know what you think about this. Drop a comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and see you in the next one. Lau Joga Mai.